what's happening energetically when you work with a plant consciously and work with it with intention. All plants are medicine. Doesn't matter what plants you're talking about. Doesn't matter how strong, how psychotropic, how non-psychotropic, how subtle. You know, every single plant on the planet has a unique patterning, just like you, that expresses creative intelligence in form. So when you work with a plant, you are entering a sphere of its consciousness. So your consciousness is merging with its consciousness. Now, plants don't have the same programming that humans do. So when we work with them intently, we are opening ourselves up to dispelling that programming. The sphere of consciousness that you enter with the plant is where the work happens. Plants are operating at a high frequency. They live in a reality that is not conducive to the programmed reality of humanity. It is the base level foundation reality. And we are also plugged into that. Plants remind us of this, okay? They tune us into remembering our own creative intelligence as it's the same as theirs, but they have actualized theirs. We have not yet. So when we ingest them, there are frequencies here, and let's say we're here. Through that sphere of consciousness that we are sharing now, we have to come into a homeostasis with their consciousness and their frequency. That requires us to dispel programming that is dense within our body. Now, the specific programming that comes up is going to be dependent on the plant that you're ingesting. So I said each plant is a master, and that's true, and they're working at all levels. The level of which you are accessing the programming is going to be based on your own sensitivity and your own conscious capacity to hold space for yourself on that level. The plant has access to all of it, but it knows how much you can handle, and it helps you guide yourself through that, through the dispelling of that programming, the purging. Now, when you take a psychotropic plant or a fungus, that is working with you on a very deep spiritual level, whether or not you have capacity for it. And it too is guiding you with its ancient knowledge and love. Truly, it's holding a space of love for you to see yourself. But that's why sometimes those experiences, those journeys can be kind of intense and almost violent. It's like violent purging, right? That's just because, the frequency of that plant and yours, there's a huge gap there. So in order for you to come into homeostasis and merge with their consciousness through that journey, a lot of purging has to happen. This happens through anxiety, crying, laughing, yawning, shaking, throwing up, things like that. Now, the same thing is happening with non-psychotropic plants. The frequency is still at a mastery level, but their medicine is much more gentle and subtle. So it requires you to be in a space of sensitivity and deep listening. That's why you work with plants with intent. You are essentially creating a safe container for you to go through that process with it. So in the sphere of consciousness that you are sharing with this plant, it is pulling up the programming and density within you that is completely related and almost opposite of the teaching that it has. So its unique patterning holds specific knowledge and information from the field, and you are holding programming that goes against that information. Now, the information from the field is true, it's real, it's available, it's conducive to what you're trying to learn and the medicine of the plant and where you are in your journey. Like, the plant knows all of this, okay? It knows all of this. And it goes inside of you and pulls up the programming and density in your body to be looked at with this new awareness. They essentially give you a lens of their perception of what you're dealing with. And through that lens and their guidance and their like safety of love, the container that they hold is pure love and unconditional. You are able to look at that and dissolve those programs and resolve those things, digest those life's experiences back into neutral creative energy. They're alchemizers. They're teaching you alchemy through your own body. They're guiding you through that process. They are our allies. The more that you work with plants with intent, you will know that it's in your field now. It is a friend, it is a connection that you have. So much so that you can be anywhere in the world and you might see a specific type of tree that you've worked with. That's your family. That's your family. And you'll feel it because you worked with them on a deep level. They know you and you know them, and there was a heart connection there. That connection never dies. The more you work with them, the stronger it is, the more of an ally they are. They protect you. You are on their team. That is you. When you work with plants, you are tuning in to the network that they are already a part of. They are welcoming you into that network. And that network is a part of foundational reality. It is the reality that we are consciously evolving into. And we call it like the new world, but it's not new, it's very old. It's already here. It's what reality, the old world, the old programmed humanity world will collapse into. So nourishing your relationships to nature beings, plants, is going to give you, a gateway into that world already. So you're not starting from scratch when the old world collapses. You can already pivot into that. And they will show you how. They will show you how through guiding you to dispel the programming that's keeping you connected to that old world. They are on our side, always. There is no hidden agenda of plants. They don't have anything they need from you or us. They're complete. They are complete in their sovereignty and their connection to the field. They are showing us how to be like that for ourselves and plug into the network as a sovereign being that is creating and expressing its creative intelligence freely. So plants are the best family you can ever have. They will love you unconditionally and teach you how to love yourself unconditionally.